Welcome back, Truth Seeker. In the news, we have two similar and related stories. One is the death of a teenager who identified as non binary, which is essentially transgender, in Oklahoma, beaten February 7th, 2024, and reportedly died the very next day. That was Nex Benedict. And also in the news, buzzing right now, a South Carolina man has been found guilty for the killing of a black transgender woman, and this is going down as the first federal hate crime based on gender identity. So, something I've been pointing out for many years now is when there's big transgender news in the headlines, there's a number that's commonly there. And notice the date, February 7th, 2024, the date that the teenager was reportedly beaten to death. February 7th, 2024 was a date with 53 numerology. 2 plus 7 plus 20 plus 24 is 53. And in Gematria, transgender equals 53. When you take the alphabetic order with numerology applied, the word gender itself equates to 53 with just the alphabetic order. No numerology involved. But we see this number again and again when it comes to transgender. And to make a point, the first transgender person in the history books is Christine Jorgensen. And notice what day Christine Jorgensen was born and what day they died. May 30th, the date of birth, 5/30, and then the date of death, May 3rd, 5/3. Again, like 5/3. From that example, through 100 more up to now, we've been talking about this same repetitive pattern. Now, with regards to Pebbles LaDime Doe, they were killed on Obama's birthday. And that's interesting because Obama was the first president to hire a transgender person to be part of their administration. And of course, Obama's called Michelle Michael a number of times. But it's interesting that transgender equates to 53, and so does hate crime. And this is a federal matter. And again, Obama held the highest office in the federal government. And if you go back and look at Obama's transgender hiring, it was a 53 ritual, which we covered way back when. I want to say that was like in 2015, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're new here, Gematria, very simple practice of coding numbers into words. It's based on the alphabetic order forwards and backwards. As you can see, transgender equates to 53 when you take the alphabetic order with numerology. So for example, T is 2 because T is the 20th letter of the alphabetic order. The numerology of 20 is 2 plus 0 is 2. R is the 18th letter. The numerology of 18 is 1 plus 8 is 9. A is the first, N is the 14th. 1 plus 4 is 5, so on. So transgender 53 with the alphabetic order forwards. Hate crime 53 with the reverse. And in light of this news, breaking in 2024 about Pebbles LaDime Doe, consider she's a black woman. It breaks in Black History Month, and it's making history. And the killer's name, Dakwa Lameek Ritter, has gematria of 181, which is the 42nd prime, which is a number stamped all over Black history. President Obama equals 181. Black history equals 181. From Obama's birthday, August 4th, to the start of Black History Month each year is 181 days. So you got to say, what are the odds that she would have died on Obama's birthday, August 4th, which is when it happened. August 4th, 2019, she was 24 years old. Now here we are in the start of 2024. And hate crime does also have the gematria of 82. I imagine that's going to become part of the story here in the days ahead with Nex Benedict, since he was beaten to death for being non-binary, which again is essentially transgender. And again, they were beaten on February 7th and then died the next day, February 8th, which can be written 2/8 or 8/2, 82, like hate crime. 2/8 like 28 also goes with gender as well. And this is all about gender. And then for another familiar pattern, beaten to death on February 7th, that's the 38th day of the year, if you're new here, in Gematria. Death, murder, killing, RIP, they all equate to 38. So we'll leave it there for now, Truth Seeker. Until next time.